to the Everyday is a New Day podcast and live show, the inspirational show about moving forward and choosing to be more of you, transmuting the self-doubt and stepping into courageously aligned confidence in who you uniquely are. My name is Kim O'Neill. I'm a twice certified transformational confidence coach, Reiki master, best-selling author, and former crime analyst who now helps empathic, heart-centered individuals shatter the noise of self-doubt, find clarity on what self-love really looks like, and the courage to be peacefully grounded in who you've always known you are, from the inside out. Join me for the live shows on Facebook and YouTube, and visit KimO'NeillCoaching.com for more info. Let's get to it. All right, and welcome back to another Every Day is a New Day show. It is so good to be back with you. It has been a while, and I'm excited for today's guest and our conversation. And we've got a special little surprise. I'll actually let it be a surprise, but it is good to be here with you today. So welcome to the Every Day is a New Day show. As we have been beginning with our shows this season, let's begin by shaking off yesterday. Being present in this moment right now, releasing what does not serve, whether it be from 5 minutes before now, whether it be from yesterday, whether it be 10, 20 years ago, whatever might be lingering around in your energy field, allow yourself to go ahead and shake that off. Shake that off, cleanse your space, cleanse your energy, and feel more into the present moment in your physical body. Feeling aligned and present and grounded right now here in this moment, as it is a gift for you. Allow yourself to take a deep breath into that. And heck, if all you stayed around for was literally that moment, then savor that. Just recognize the beautiful gift you just gave yourself by allowing yourself to be fully present in your own energy right here, right now. That is where you are your most powerful. And I love it. So, okay, I'm going to start next with a quote, an inspirational quote for today. I have for you is from Dr. Wayne Dyer, and it is, "Enlightenment is your ego's greatest disappointment." Ooh. Let's say that again. Enlightenment is your ego's greatest disappointment. Feel free to screenshot that, write that down, savor that one. That one applies to all of us, right? The more we become aware of, the more we expand beyond wherever we were yesterday in the past, we become more enlightened, more awake, more expansive and aware. And what a beautiful gift that also is, to be able to surrender into that, release, and allow ourselves to be more of who we have always been, and yet maybe are still just getting to know. Okay, I love that. Today we are going to be talking about enlightened hip hop music and the journey to that space. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about today's guest before I bring him up on screen. Today's guest is Bryon Smith. Bryon Smith is a life coach, a motivational speaker, podcast host, and self-empowerment hip-hop music artist. He creates music with the intention of helping people to feel positive, liberated, and empowered. And he says, may peace, love, happiness, healthiness, and prosperity continuously flow in all areas of your life. I love that. You're going to love him. And here we have today, Bryon Smith. Welcome, Lute.
How are you, Kim?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fabulous. Thank you. I just want to express my sincerest gratitude for you having me here on your show, and for everybody that's here.
Absolutely. It's an honor to have you here. And Lute, I haven't said this to you yet, but I meant to. And just for everyone with us today, Lute is someone that we connected a long time ago, Lute, and we're just now really getting to, get to know each other, more about who we are. And I don't know, I feel like there's an added message in that, and the value of that, and connecting with those who, I think actually the bigger message here about it is about how everything has its own time, but the energies are always working behind the scenes. I'll talk to you a little bit more about that, Lou. But I honestly I love that we connected a long time ago, and yet we're getting to know each other better now. I think it's awesome. So I'm
Right.
grateful.
Right. No, I get what you were saying, because I just believe that everything is unfolding, perfectly, even if we don't know and
Yes.
understand how things are going, and but there's divine timing, I believe, in everything. So it's
Yeah.
amazing. We connected, like you said, some time ago for a reason.
Yeah. I agree. I
And we're
agree.
finding that out now.
Exactly. Exactly. And just how the universe is aligning things to come together. You're gonna love Loot. I'm speaking to everyone who's with us today. You're gonna love Loot. So with that, Loot, let's I guess we'll just dive right in. I would love to hear a little bit more about your journey, your experience of awakening, and you now are creating enlightened hip hop music, and you have your own show. But what was the journey first that took place before you got to the music and the show?
Right. Thank you, Kim. Well, just to simplify it, like a lot of people, just I started out, I would say, not awake, which not aware, and with a mindset of scarcity and fear and superstition, and um, you know blame, self blame, you know other people, and just a very limited mindset. I mean, for most of my life, and I believe that we all, I've come to realize that we all have this intuition, this inner guidance system. It's just oftentimes we allow the world, we allow other people, the way we were raised, the people around us, to overshadow that inner guidance system, that inner spirit, that God within, if you will, that universe within, that's speaking to us, trying to set us right, trying to
Yeah.
balance us, and do and help us go in the direction that we're meant to go into. So it took most of my life, but oftentimes what I have found, from my through my own experiences, and from my experience with other people, and speaking with other people, and reading, various books by a lot of, you know, um, respected, you know, authors that I respect, such as those, as you mentioned earlier, as Wayne Dyer, and, people like him. Just listening to them, back to my point, oftentimes what triggers uh, us to actually go within and really listen to that inner guidance, or the universe, or the voice of God, however you want to put it, or source, is some unforeseen circumstance, or some type of tragedy or trauma,
Yeah.
what shakes us up. And
Yep.
yeah, that's what basically happened. And I'm not saying that just one bit of adversity happened, but it was a it was a journey, and it got to a point where, I don't really want to really focus on exactly what it was that happened at this particular moment, but you know I did go through something where it was just very hard and difficult in my perspective at that time. And fortunately, I was led to really look within, instead of looking without, and ask myself the questions of, who is the common denominator in all these things that I feel very uncomfortable with. Um, who's the common denominator, which is myself. So that's who I need to work on, so that when I work on myself and get myself balanced, and learn to flow and accept, and and stop working against myself, that things will flow a lot better. So I did. I got to the point where, um, and a lot of people who have followed me. I don't want to say followed me, but been a part of my, you know, exposed to me and part of my process, or watched me or listened to me, they have heard the story. I started to look on, and I'm so thankful for the internet because now it puts all this information now at your fingertips. So I was able to start, Googling information, and, you know, uh, things about inner peace and balance and harmony, and uh, why things are working against me and things like that. And long story short, I came across a couple of people. One of them happened to be a man by the name of Paul Santisi, who does guided meditation, and another man, um, who's a great mentor of mine. I consider him a great mentor. We've spoken on several occasions. He's really popular. He has like over 2 million followers on social media, on YouTube. His name is Jason Stevenson from Australia. Well, I started listening to him, and something clicked. There's a saying that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Because I've heard different information similar to his in regards to consciousness and enlightenment and the universe, but I guess I wasn't ready. But the way that these two gentlemen put it, especially Jason Stevenson, it clicked and it actually resonated with me, and I was on to something, and that began, I would say, my so-called transformation, because it led me to the to wanting to not only listen to these guided meditations that help me to uh, feel more clarity, to see more clarity and feel more clarity and more balance, but it made me want to do it as well. And so initially, I had began recording my own guided meditations myself, just trying to mimic pretty much what Paul Santisi and Jason Stevenson was doing. But then again, since I was in that state where I was listening to myself, I was open to listen to my intuition, my inner guidance. Something told me that no, 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 something's not quite right. It's okay what you're doing, but you're just basically mimicking someone else, which I'm not saying that it's wrong if somebody does that, especially if it feels right with you. But with me, because I was making, already creating and composing hip hop music. And let me back up a little bit. I don't want to jump around too much and lose you, but I was creating more of a mainstream music that was, to me, a more negative based. It was talking about really the negative parts of urban and street living. So, and I got
Okay.
that from just areas that I grew up in and people around me, and I'm thankful that I never got myself per se really involved in anything, that was destructive,
That's
or
good.
that would have gotten me hurt, or killed, or landed me in behind bars or anything like that. So there was always something about me that kept me at a distance from certain
Yeah.
things, but I was still close enough to see things and able to use these scenarios in my stories in my earlier music. But
Okay.
even then, there was something that was not right within me, that I was putting out initially negative vibrational. Now I know. I mean, I didn't know to say it then, but it just
Yeah.
never set right in my soul, the information and the message that I was putting out there. Um, Although I thought at the time that it was cool, and this is the way to quick fame and how to make money, and this is how what everybody else is doing, and this is what I'm supposed to do, and you know, drama and violence and things like that sell. So yeah, let me do that. But now, fast forward, like I said, um, since my transformation, now I want to be more responsible for the messages I put out there and things, and it doesn't matter how much it sells or doesn't sell. That's not my main purpose. Now, I would be lying to you if I said that I don't want my music to get out there and I don't want people to buy it or anything like that, because I
Right.
do believe that when you have a gift and a passion, that that's worth something, and that what you
Hmm.
put a lot of time and effort, and that's worth compensation. And I do believe the universe is always balancing. So you working, you are going to be compensated in many ways, financially, um, you know, emotionally, mentally. You will be compensated. It's always a balance. What you put out there is what you receive. So I would, like I said, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to receive monetary compensation for my craft, because yes, but that's not the main focus. The
Right.
main focus is really peace within myself, and harmony and balance, and knowing that I'm following my my using my gifts for positive, and it everything I put out there is now in harmony with my soul, and
Oh, I love that. And harmony with your
and
soul.
yeah, in harmony with my soul, and through my me finding my own harmony and balance, helping other people through,
Yeah.
um, and making people aware through my music to do the same thing. I
I
hope I didn't
and
talk too much, but that's
no,
basically
no, no.
it in a nutshell.
Yeah, no, that was great. That was great. And in a moment here for today's audience, we have a treat. We're actually going to get to hear some of Lute's music. I'm really excited to share that with you. But before we get into that, I want to just kind of go back to some of what you were saying, and then what I was saying earlier, and I because I knew there had to be a connection. You were talking about how, finally you got to this point where you were listening to meditations and you wanted to do it because of what you were listening to, and certain, you had been getting little messages all along, but then finally it didn't click until maybe you were talking to Paul, or until other conversations took place. And so it's just kind of similar to what I was saying earlier about how, I don't know, Luke, you and I think, connected on Facebook years ago, and then I don't know that we ever even spoke. So, but I just, and I just see, Lou, I see such a light in you. So that's why I just think it was so awesome that we are now connecting. You're gonna have to check out Luke's show too. I got a chance to be on his show, and honored to have him on my show. But I guess what I'm this the thread I'm trying to highlight there is how the universe is always working behind the scenes, connecting the dots. And so what you were just talking about, you were hearing bits of wisdom and insight from different people, but things didn't really click until this, one moment, right? This one moment finally, when you're now having a conversation at a later date. And I feel like that's how the universe works. I feel like our souls are calling out, and then the universe is giving us, bits and pieces of it. But it's kind of just like with sales. They say it takes like 6 or 7 contact points until something finally hits, right? And someone makes the sale. I kind
Right.
of think of it as the same thing. It takes us, 7 times to hear about meditation, and finally on the 7th time, okay, fine, now it clicks and now I get it. And I had a similar experience. So anyway, I love that was part of your story, because I hope that I just want to help people to be able to know that things are always coming together, even if it doesn't seem like it yet. The pieces are always coming into place. So, okay, with that said, Lou, I want to share the first song that I would like to share is called Motivate. Do you want to say anything about it before we share this with everyone?
Absolutely. Yes, I was inspired to create that song because, like I said, again, even although my focus is more on like self empowerment, and in the spiritual aspect, in the mental aspect, and clarity and harmony and balance, but also you know, finances and everything. I want everything to be balanced. So this right here was, I was in the mindset of prosperity in regards to, just like I said, compensation and money, and it just inspired me to incorporate something about, to help people know that, hey, we're all abundant beings in all aspects. So that means everything running on all cylinders, and I can't say it enough. Uh, when we are financially balanced and mentally balanced and physically balance, which, health and wellness, I think everything flows so much better. So I have various songs that its main focus are certain things, and I think this one's more focused on the balance of financial and monetary prosperity, as well as mental and spiritual. So
It's
check it
it.
out.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna play this for you here, and you can also find this song on YouTube afterwards to listen to it again. So let me go ahead and bring it up. Here we go, everybody.
Yes, Luke Bryon Smith would like to motivate you. Can I motivate you? Can I make you feel better? Can I self-empower you? Help you get through stormy weather? What if I share with you some stories of my life? Would it help you with your struggles and your strife? Everything I go through makes me who I am. So I don't regret, because I love who I am. A person that teaches like a university, growing through my own while I help you face adversity. Finding out what works for me. As I do, I share with you, changing your perceptions. Now everything works for you. Can I motivate you? Can I show you what I'm learning? Can I share with you my thoughts? As far as life is concerning, we are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. All I want to do is motivate you. Help you stay focused so you can see your way through. Closer to your goals as everything unfolds, and you will find success in the visions that you hold. Make an impression on your subconscious mind. Say your affirmations to yourself all the time. Tell yourself health, wealth, and peace are part of the natural way you want to be. Repeat the words happiness, strength, success, and know that you won't settle for anything less. Money flows to me increasingly from multiple sources unceasingly. I am grateful for prosperity. I focus on abundance, never scarcity. Choose clarity, longevity. Allow opulence to be your destiny. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. Can I motivate you? Can I help you change your mindset? You care if I share the books I've read with you? You'd be surprised of all the things you didn't find yet. To be happy, I know what you desire. You won't find this in anything that you acquire. You must have burning fire and passion from within. You must be optimistic, then begin again. Everything you're going through, even all the trauma, yes, all the pain, and also all the drama, is helping to shape you into who you are. Please don't give up because you traveled this far. You are a star, that's just what you are. I can see your light through the darkness from afar. Approaching like a car. When you're self-empowered, then your life is up to par. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you. We are alive. My intentions are for us to thrive. I can never hate you. All I want to do is motivate you.
All right. Great job, Lou. Yeah. How did you feel about transitioning into more empowering hip hop music?
Oh, just great things. I I had that feeling that now I'm on to something. I'm moving in the right direction. So I started to feel more at peace with myself, and more of myself, and more in control of myself, and less doing what I think others expected me to do, or following the narratives of society, or
Yeah.
what's popular right now. And now I feel disconnected from that. I'm not just following um, what I think what others expect me to do, or what the latest thing is. So yeah, just magical
I
now. Amazing.
I I think it's great because I seriously, I mean, you couldn't see me, but like I love the beat, the tune, and the lyrics. I mean, like you really can get into it. And for everyone who's with us, we have a second song we're going to be playing towards the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. But it's you I think you've got the best of both worlds, the best of the positive, empowering dialogue, as well as the beats, the tune.
Right.
It's fun. I like it. So
Yeah, because I if I may share this with you,
yeah.
I didn't I wanted to make sure that I created songs that um certain songs that when you first listen to it, you wouldn't know that you were per se listening to a positive song, or listening to something any different than what you're already used to listen to. You'll
Right.
just after you take a closer look, then you'll realize, wait a minute, I just listened to an empowering song, a song that's intentionally created to raise my vibration, to intentionally created to, you know, to be like affirmations, like positive affirmations that'll help me,
Yeah.
you know, after you take a closer look. Now, I do
That
have some songs that right off the bat, because of the way that they're set up, that you can just tell, okay, I'm listening to just a positive song. But then some, I like to mix it up, so that some you just listen to something that could be compatible to what you might hear on the radio, but then you take a closer
yeah.
look, like, wait a minute, this guy's talking about something different, you know?
To me, there's so much added value in that because I can think of songs that I've heard, and I won't name any, but I can think of songs that I've heard in the past where I loved the beat, and I'm like, ooh, and I don't know what any of the words are. I can't tell what they're saying. I'm just like going along with it, and maybe I think I know a word or two. And I remember this one song in particular. As soon as I like clearly learned what all the words were, I thought, oh my gosh, like I cannot believe I've been like, oh, like,
Yeah,
no, I actually don't like that song.
yeah,
And it's so much because of the words. So I think that's a beautiful gift because I think a lot of people do that. So if anybody were to be listening to your music and be like, loving it and dancing with it, and then actually get clear on the words and go, oh my gosh, this has been nourishing me all along. And I'm so grateful now to have, of
right.
course, more
And and,
awareness of it.
and if I might add, not to discredit, or to you know um, take anything away from any artist or songs that's out there, but I will say this, and I won't name any particular music or songs
Yeah.
or artists or anything like that either, because I'm not here to put anyone down or to take away from them. But you have to be careful what you listen to, even if it's
Yeah.
under the cloak of sounding good, because you know a lot of things that occur in our inside of us, emotionally and mentally, and which results in coming to fruition, comes from the words that we're constantly repeating to ourselves and listening to. And our subconscious mind records all that. So if you're constantly watching and listening to music that's really not elevating to you, that's going to reveal itself in your emotions, and you know and your thoughts and your circumstances. So just be careful what you constantly allow into your ears, into your brain, into your mind, into your subconscious mind. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. Use caution,
Yeah.
because those words, even though you think, oh no, this is just a good song and it's harmless, no, your brain is always listening. Your subconscious mind is always recording everything that um, you know and I could say that to a lot of things. The conversations that you have, be careful. with other people and with yourself, because we all
Yeah.
we have conversations with ourselves, whether
Yep.
we are moving our mouths or not. We're always having a dialogue in here. If you're alone, you got some things going on. So just be careful what you constantly listen to and say to yourself. And that goes for like music and movies and everything. And like I said, I'm not calling anyone out or condemning anyone for, listening, because I've been guilty of the same thing, and I'm
Yeah. Same.
working on um, fixing that to the point where everything, my ultimate goal is everything that I listen to, it to be nurturing, and same with food too. I'm still guilty of eating, food that I probably shouldn't be eating, but I'm working on that too, so that I get
Same.
to a point where everything I'm eating is healthy for me and nutritious and in alignment with great health and fitness and all that. So
Great message. I completely agree. Tell everyone a little bit more about your show. You host a show called Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. And tell us a little bit more about your show.
yeah, basically, I created a platform where I could talk to people, like you, Kim. And when I say people like you, I mean people that in some way, shape, or form uh, have a calling, or have found their calling, or are finding their calling, in regards to improving themselves. I mean, enhancing
Yeah.
um, their lives and the lives of others in any way, in any way. So it's not um, restricted to one thing. It could be, you know, physically, it could be mentally, emotionally, business, finances, um, anything to do, with with enhancing the lives of people and elevating people. I created the platform with the intentions to highlight people like that, and to be able to have conversations with them so that I can learn myself and share that energy and absorb things, even if there's things that I don't understand or at that moment may not agree with. I'm still open, you know and I'm intentionally opening myself up to something that's meant to be positive. It's not like I'm purposely saying, okay, let me uh let me have this guy that wants to hurt people on here, and let me just see what he says.
Right.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, that's good to know. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Same here. I'm conscientious of that too.
Right.
Um, what is the change that you want to see in the world?
Well, the change I would like to see is of course more love, and more people that are just open to, more open, and not just you know in their own little bubble, but just be open to learn more about
Yeah.
more information, and even about other people. But I would like to see people really in tune with who they are and follow that intuition instead of what has been programmed or what they think, depending on where they come from, or what's around them, or the news or the music they're listening to. But really follow their own bliss. Allow the universe, allow God, source, to guide them. And if I can help do that with my show and um, music that I create, then one person at a time, then I feel that I'm fulfilling my what I'm here to do.
What's we're nearing the end of today's conversation, but I just have a few extra questions coming up. What's something you would like to see have happen with your music?
I would like to see more doors open in regards to, because in regards to my music and music like mine, because I followed music, and believe me, I've studied music in all aspects, and I know for a fact that oftentimes music that is, especially in regards to hip hop and rap, um, in regards to like mainstream sales and music deals and things like that, more oftentimes it's music that is more destructive and more
Yeah,
violent,
that's a good
more
word.
drama that is embraced. And
Yeah.
usually, you know, traditionally music that is more positive is shunned because they say, okay, that doesn't sell. Drama sells, violence sells, you know, and things like that. So I would like to see music like mine heard on a larger scale and embraced, because I believe if it is, I don't believe that people will shun it, because they will, on a large scale, people will start to see that this music makes me feel good, you know,
Yes.
actually good for me. And, you know, in the world where a lot of things are going on, I think that people need that balance. They need to hear some content and music and be exposed to stuff that can help balance them out and help elevate them so that they can recharge and be able to go through and grow through what they're going through. So I like to see it on a bigger scale. Obviously, yeah.
I would too. And I absolutely can with your music. I really do. I feel like you've really hit the sweet spot with, again, the actual music and the words, the energy behind it. It's all right there. And I really think right now is the time when people are craving more of that. I mean, how wonderful to be able to get to listen to something that you can like vibe to, and it's getting into the subconscious. It's
Yeah,
going to
right.
help that inner self-talk. It's not just helping for that moment. It's going to help the moments beyond after you listen to the song, because you're continuing to fuel yourself with that type of content. And I had something else I wanted to say about it, but it left. So
Right.
I totally can see that possibility for you.
Yeah, basically, yeah, changing the narrative of your thoughts when
Yeah.
you'll see it once you start listening to more positive content. Then even your own self talk will change.
Yes.
The way that you think, you won't just default to fear and anger all the time, because that's what you're unconsciously
Right.
exposing yourself to most of the time. So I believe, and I'm not just talking about just for my music, but anybody that's creating music that's, you know, with the intention of being positive and high vibrational, that music will help you in many aspects in your life. So I would encourage people to search for that. And like I said, if not me, other people, because I believe that with as big as this world is, there's other people in other genres that are creating music with the intention of uplifting. It doesn't have to be me. So
Well, well, and I'm going to add another little reminder here for everyone who has been following with previous episodes of this show. I love that, Lou, you mentioned, being aware of how it makes you feel when you listen to it, because I've been doing a series on, so for anyone who's just finding out about this, doing a series on Abraham Hicks, The Astonishing Power of Emotions. And so for yeah, for anybody who's interested in that, your emotions are very powerful. You want to pay attention to when you're listening to a song and, oh, this feels good. Be mindful of that. And then, let's do more of that. Right. Or what is coming to mind as I think about this? What's shifting for me as I think about this? How oh my gosh, how is maybe things that were stressful kind of falling away, and you can feel lighter when you're listening to empowering, enlightening music. Your emotions are energy and motion, and we're talking all about that because it's so very nuanced and so very powerful. So anybody who's interested in that, definitely tune in for future solo episodes where I'm talking more about this book. But Lute, we want to share one more song before we close out here, and I'm going to share. Actually, before we do that, tell everyone where they can go to connect with you more beyond today's conversation.
Yes, you know what? You can actually just Google Loot, Loot, Bryon, and it's a different spelling. So it's Bryon. Don't confuse it with Byron. The R comes before the Y. So Loot Bryon Smith. You can Google Loot Bryon Smith, me, and all kinds of things will pop up. My Facebook, my Instagram, my YouTube channel, and all those platforms. If you go to any of those platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and type in Luke Bryon Smith, / Luke Bryon Smith, you'll find me. Simple as that. I'm fortunate enough to be the only Luke Bryon Smith on the internet right now. So, like I said, you can Google me. You can also find out more about me. I've been involved in with an organization called Music Beats Cancer, where I help to use my voice, my platform, my music, my fan base to help raise awareness and money for research for in regards to cancer. So, that's on there, and just everything. Just Google me.
Awesome. And I put all those links up.
And one more. And my music is also on all the streaming platforms as well: iTunes, Pandora, Spotify,
nice,
etc. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, and so I put all those links up on the screen, lootbryonsmith.com. And again, just a reminder for everyone, it's LOOTBRYON Smith.com. And of course, I've got his YouTube channel up there, and you can find him just by searching his name. And that's so awesome that you're the Lou Bryon Smith. That's
Bryon
awesome.
Smith, yeah. I had a friend of mine point that out. I said, hey, I Googled you and you got your own page on Google. And I'm like, what? And I looked, I'm like, that's the way it was supposed to be. The universe worked that out for me.
Exactly. So, okay, we have one more song we're going to share with everyone here, and this is Happiness. Is there anything you'd like to say about the song before we play it?
I believe that the title is just self-explanatory. Happiness is, listen to it and you'll see.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'll let the song close out the show. So with that, I'm going to say thank you to everyone for being here today. If you'd like to find out more, of course, about the Every Day is a New Day show, how you can connect with me and my coaching, you can go to KimO'NeillCoaching.com. And where's the link for that? There you go. Find out more about my coaching, meditations, Every Day is a New Day show, all of that. Have an amazing day. Remember that wherever you are today does not have to be where you are tomorrow. You can always shake it off, listen to something uplifting and empowering, and step into a new energy as soon as you are ready to say yes to you. So with that, I'm going to play Lut's Happiness. And Lut, stay tuned. I'll see you after the show, okay?
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Here we go.
Walk of life you're in. Number one, you have to own your own happiness. Take it away from other people demanding that they make you happy.
I am happy from within. I am happy, that's why I grin. I am happy, so I smile. Happiness, that's my style. I evolve, I grow. These lessons, they show me the way to higher self. Happiness, that's true wealth. Joy, excitement, pleasure. My life is my treasure. It's a gift, so I will accept it. My happy thoughts are the ones I've selected. If any negative should display, I'll redirect my thoughts right away. These obstacles are just lessons. On the other side of them are my blessings. I choose happiness. Every morning I awake, I choose happiness. In any given situation, I choose happiness. No matter what may occur, I choose happiness. I still choose happiness. Yes, I'm blessed. And I know it. Guess what? I'm not afraid to show it. When situations in life get me down, I turn my frown upside down. Inspiration is what I need on a continuous basis indeed. I seek the things that'll help you and me, help us to proceed. Pray for me and I'll pray for you. Give us strength just to make it through. I know it's hard, but we can do it. There's love in your heart, and I knew it. Choose happiness, it feels much better. Like a sunny day, yes, I love this weather. But through our life, some rain must fall. I'm just choosing to be happy, that's all. I choose happiness. Every morning I awake, I choose happiness. In any given situation, I choose happiness. No matter what may occur, I choose happiness. I still choose happiness, yes. I create positive, inspirational music, not because my life experiences are all positive and enjoyable. I am learning to love myself and experience happiness from within, no matter what outside circumstances may occur. Lou Bryon Smith.